Yo, what's up? It's your boy Cyrus from MTV. You know me. I'm a representative of the West Coast Collective. And when you guys get thirsty, want to drink a little something, check out drinkglow.com. Drinkglow.com. It's your boy Cyrus. You know how we do. Just follow on through and check out that West Coast Collective.
Man, with all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world, I had to create a podcast. This for me and you, connect dots. You ready? Let's go. You have now entered into
ready.
Everybody
Come
know
on,
I'm
West
a fool.
Coast Collective Podcast.
Yeah, you talking
Let's
all
go.
that mess. You better be ready. Come correct. Have your facts ready. Everything is relative. But to me, it's about community. It's about respect. It's about honor. It's about intellectuals. It's about motivation. It's bringing it hard. You ready? Let's go!
Yo, what's up? It's your man Bake here, and I got another special guest. He is a West Sider, looking all crazy, and I had just met him, in a crazy way. And I love this dude. His energy is off the chain, and he is an original. This man's name is Mike Bravo. Everybody say what's up to Mike Bravo. What's up, baby?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, man?
Man.
Pleasure to be on the show.
Yo, thank you. I appreciate you. And like I mentioned earlier, I was on Facebook and I was calling out everybody because I was so angry at what took place. And some of my Chicano brothers say, no, you got to go talk to Mike. And they got me in touch with Mike, and I've been loving all your posts. Everything that you put up is always on point. So I just want to give the people, my audience or whoever's listening, a chance to get to know who you are and the things that you're involved with.
Okay, for sure. Well, first off, my name is Mike Bravo. I would say my roots are in Venice, California. I'm a fifth generation Venetian, but I'm just a West Sider, human being in general. And I do graphic design, web design, SEO, internet marketing type of stuff. That's my work I do for money. Mm-hmm. But I do a lot of community work, just, general advocacy for, good, righteous people on the West Side, and a lot of indigenous, Native American, Native Mexican, indigenous American type of advocacy and, reclamation work in terms of spirituality and cultural events and things of that nature.
Yeah, man, because you could, this dude, man, you got a beautiful spirit, bro. And I don't, it's not many people.
Thank you.
When you're talking about being a human and embracing ancestors and stuff like that. I know you got to do too much for some people. They don't.
Yeah,
right?
Whoever I'm talking to, I try to kind of fill out where they're at and kind of use some terminology that might be more of a stepping stone, to the next thing, I try not to get too deep. I kind of just, I try to vibe just on a human level. Try, not to try to get too academic or too this or that. But when I can, I'll do it. But I try to just meet people where they're at,
Right. Because you're also very, very educated, correct?
I guess so. I never went to college. I just read a lot of books. I've been through a lot of life experience, and I just read a lot of books and try my best to really, counterbalance what I learned mentally with my heart, balance it out with my heart,
Oh, okay.
The mind can say one thing, but your heart says another different thing, and that's where the wisdom comes in. Not that I'm super wise or anything, but it's all practice,
No, you definitely got an old soul there. You definitely got an old soul. So let me switch gears real quick.
For sure.
What's happening? What's happening right now? You know what's happening, but try to explain to us this whole rise of this alt-right, this white nationalism thing that seems to be going across the country and the president, I guess,
Yeah. We all know white supremacy already exists, and I think a lot of people are kind of shocked right now. Not people of color, but people get confused as to what white supremacy is. I think it's just the skinhead, Nazi, KKK, which it's that as well, but it's also a lot of these subtle practices and policies that we deal with on a daily basis that we go through, in city policy or even organizational policies within organizations or workplaces or what have you. But with Donald Trump, he gave it more fuel for sure. And I don't know, bro. This recent wave, dude. They definitely feel empowered by having this president. That's no doubt, But one thing I'm really trying to be mindful of is just a lot of the media, feeding into the media frenzy. We know it exists. We know we need to confront it. We know we need to deal with it. But my concern is like this bill thing happened in Charlottesville, and now I saw this different emails about different events happening across the nation in 9 different cities. You know, but a lot of the information is kind of iffy to me. You know, like we're definitely dealing with how you say like people who have a white superiority complex and maybe racist too, but not necessarily KKK or Nazis. You know what I mean? So I really try to be mindful of like what the media's throwing and how responsive we're being to some of this stuff that the media's throwing out. You know, I want to.
Yeah,
People
absolutely.
to,
I think you're
yeah,
not to cut you off, but I do. I think you're hitting on something. You know why?
yeah,
When we
yeah,
see stuff and then we react in a way, I've been hearing people say like, well, that's what makes us, or that's what makes a white person cringe, or, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So, because
yeah.
look, me and you, we don't know what it's like to fit in a white person's shoes, right? And
Right,
so
right.
I'm wondering, like, if I was a white person and all this stuff was going on, of course I would be on the side of right? But at the
Yeah,
same time, I would be like, damn, I'm starting to, I'm feeling a little beat up here. Like I didn't do it, you know what I mean? So,
yeah,
I know it's kind of hard, but for them to go through, especially like our brothers that we grew up with on the West Side here, you know?
yeah. And I think a lot of the original white folks that we have, at least in Venice, and I know a lot of Santa Monica and the Pico neighborhood.
Yeah,
I know a lot of them, like, they're more accustomed to, I guess I say, living with black and brown folks and kind of understand this a little more. But I think a lot of that white privilege and that white supremacy still kind of existed there. Not necessarily like in overt forms or when these people are bad people per se, but at the same time, it's like there's a lot of unacknowledged privilege and racism, at least that we were experiencing that they're not really aware of. Because, even in Venice too, I'm very involved with a lot of politics there, and a lot of people are old school people from Venice.
hmm
And they all say how Venice wasn't how they were all colorblind or what have you, but at the same time, we know as black and brown people that the racism did exist. That the different little forms of racism that did go on in terms of the policy, or otherwise we wouldn't be living in these hoods all poor and shot down anyway. That's not our nature. You know what I mean?
right.
Because some people who are craves of civilization. You know what I mean?
High
Kings,
time.
queens, or what have you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So like that's not our nature to be like that. So
of course.
I mean, so
Yeah.
it did exist. It just a lot of times they didn't realize the things that we were going through.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I guess and to stamp your point is when you look around and you don't see people commenting. You know what I mean? When
Yeah,
you see
yeah,
people engaging in that kind of talk because they just rather gloss over it, I guess, or whatever. But
yeah,
we're not mad at you. We're not mad at.
yeah,
I'm not mad
yeah.
at nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because
No,
I'm
no,
hoping that love overcomes all this. You know?
yeah. No, I mean it's all about understanding too, and like I think for me it's about keeping things human.
Yeah.
There's some people out there, very few, but they are really kind of just they're just over the edge and they can't really be helped too much. But a lot of times it's mostly people who just don't understand what white privilege is, don't understand what racism is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes, when we're emotional or we're trying to convey a point or whatever, people get emotional, people get closed off, different personalities,
Right.
what have you, know what I'm saying? And the communication gets all fucked up, you know what I mean? But if we just try to keep it at a human level, try to remember that regardless of whatever each other believes, that we're all brothers and sisters, as best we can communicate our issue and make sure that we're not falling for the okie doke of oppression while we're trying to have that communication, so.
Absolutely. Because I just put on my activist hat for about what, a week now, and
Yeah.
I'm trying my best not to step on many toes, or because I gotta, I'm a hothead. I just gotta tell you, I'm a former hothead. You know what I mean? I don't want to
Yeah,
step
yeah.
on any toes. I don't want to be arguing with too many people. But I did call Mr. Good out. Hopefully he'll come
Yeah.
one of these days. Yeah,
Yeah, hopefully.
yeah,
Hopefully, what I mean? And I mean, the thing is, like, with this work, you can't, especially when we're feeling the brunt of the cargo and doing the brunt of the work to rectify it. It's like, you can't help. I mean, I've been doing this for a good, 15 years, and, having that emotional balance is always very key,
yeah,
and,
yeah.
but it's not easy. It's something you gotta practice, and like I said, dude, we're dealing with some real shit. We're dealing with people getting murdered. We're dealing with our oppression. We're dealing with people being displaced. That doesn't that require for us not to feel any kind of anger or things with extreme emotion. That would be like unhuman of us not to feel that. But just do our best to do what we can and express how we can do it. the best way.
Absolutely, and like you say, and try to keep the peace. So I did read in that article. I think you posted it where they were talking
Mm.
about how they were going to be protesting around in different cities, and they
Yeah.
said 350 Main Street. So that's right on the border, right here on Venice and Santa Monica. Now,
Yeah.
now,
That's
now,
at
so
Google. Yeah, the Google headquarters. Yeah.
right. Now we don't know if that's real or not, but we do know
Yeah.
they're supposed to be coming back to Virginia Park on the 10th.
Yeah.
What would you like to see happen? You know, as far as the citizens and the police department, or and the city and the mayor, or what would you like to see take place?
Oh man, it's kind of a hard call for sure, but like there's so many different responses. But like, because we're trying to figure out who these people are exactly. You know what I mean? Because one thing for sure, we know a lot of them are paid agitators. Some are probably just made bandwagon people who just are just mad at they have self hate, or there's mad at black and brown people for whatever reason. But overall, I would see more people come out just in general, just to be there and hold space, and just observe these people, come and just like just try to get intel, take pictures of these people. And the police, really, the police, they should be more proactive with the organizers there, because you saw from what happened last Sunday. I wasn't there, but I saw the videos.
Yes.
I talked to a lot of people, and these cops were just kind of like, they're just kind of in the way. But when it came time to arrest people, they arrested people who were protecting the elders. They arrested one young brother, Mexican Chicano dude, little kid, like 25, 24 years old.
Yeah, because he went after the guy that pushed the girl. Yeah.
Yeah. He put some guy pushed an elder or pushed a woman, and I guess he went to go intervene. And then I guess I'm not sure exactly what happened with that, but then the cops ended up walking him away. I'm like, if these dudes are coming to obviously agitate, and they're throwing up the little Nazi signs too. And it's like, the cops should at least understand free speech bullshit, but excuse my language, but the police at the very minimum should be there to kind of, at least regulate how these people are trying to bum rush the door, knock down the doors.
Right.
There's elders in there, bro. There's like elders,
Yeah.
And for damn certain, if it was the other way around, if it was a predominantly black and brown crowd trying to push into a predominantly white meeting of elders, or white meeting in general, cops would have shut down before we even got to the door.
Right. But you know what? I was one of the cats that held them off, and I do.
Yeah.
I always say this when I'm talking about this incident, because I do have to give a little bit of props, because I think they peeped us out and saw that we didn't want to beat them up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We just didn't want to come in with the barging in on the elderly and the women like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got to give them some props, because what I see, some cities are banning these hate groups from even assembling, and I'm hoping that the West Side comes to that conclusion, or comes to that realization, like, these people aren't coming to these gatherings to learn anything, like, they're coming to, like you say, be agitators and start trouble.
Yeah, and I think a lot of these dudes, like at least the Red Elephant, David Feiner, I think his name is, and that guy Bait Alaska. I think a lot of it, what they do is they try to generate media frenzy. They have followers.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of it's just kind of feed their media following.
Okay.
And so I get attention. I'm sure they're getting paid by different people. Who knows who they're getting paid by?
Yeah.
But I said they're coming just for a show, really. Because if you notice too, most of the time they have the camera on themselves. And what's going on? Like, oh my gosh, look at, I got pushed. And there's after like there's somebody, you know what I'm saying, playing victim, or it's all a show. You know what I mean? So we gotta be mindful of how to diffuse, giving them the show that they want.
Yes,
they're definitely going in there. They're saying there's certain things. They're doing certain things, and they're getting a reaction, and they're filming it, and they're getting what they want. So it's kind of like trying to find that balance of how do we protect and look out for the people, and at the same time not give these people any more fuel for their media or whatever's driving their energy and their purpose.
Right. So you know what, and I think that's just going to be up to the police. If people are being disorderly, they need to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, but I appreciate you on the show. So please plug in whatever you got to plug in, your business, any website you want people to go to. Let them know.
Oh, for sure. For sure, for sure. I have a website called Six Sun Riders. That's 6THSUNRIDAZ.com. That's where I do a lot of my like indigenous education, what have you. Other than that, just Mike Bravo from Venice, and peace to all my relatives out there. Thanks for having me on it, brother.
Hey, man, thank you, man. And thank you for being a strong warrior and soldier in the community, man. And we salute you, brother.
Likewise, brother. Thank you for your space and for your show. Much appreciated.
All right, man. I'll holler.
All right. Stay up.